Hey, welcome to day 29, second to last day of our 30-day drawing adventure. This is Kirk, and I'm so glad you joined me. I am at the With headquarters here where we make our art sets that go with you anywhere. And you can see some of our amazing team working in the background. And I am doing a different kind of work. I'm going to draw and I'm talking to you, and I'm so glad you joined me. We are going to talk about these last couple of days, really important things. So thanks for joining me, and let's do this. All right, welcome to day 29 of our 30-day drawing adventure. Look at this, second to last day. You made it this far. Good for you. I'm proud of you, and I'm thankful that you've joined me and made it this far. So the last couple days, I'm just going to kind of try to reset the whole perspective on everything here and go back to one of the first things I said. I think it was the first day, the first thing, which is today is really going to be all about me reminding you to draw what you love, to remember to enjoy drawing. You can get so into getting better and working at it, and you do have to, and it is hard sometimes to practice and get better, but you cannot lose your love for sitting down with a pen or a pencil or a marker and just drawing and having fun with it. And I would consider it a failure if you did, if you got so obsessed with getting better and working at it and whatever that you forgot to do it for the fun of it and to draw things that you like and that you'll be happy with in the end. And so today I'm going to draw something I like, something that will be fun for me to draw and that I would like to have when it's done. I don't get to do that as much as I would like to. I draw in my sketchbook a decent amount, but to just sit and do a drawing that doesn't have someone else who is already wanting it or needs it, me to do that for them, or I could just have this and hang it in my studio at home. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw this a photo here of a seagull, and I was on a sailing trip with some friends this summer, and we went sailing around Lake Michigan. I just bummed a ride on their sailboat, and uh, it it was a really enjoyable time, and I snapped quite a few photos, and some photos of seagulls. I feel like they're kind of a interesting. Actually, they're gulls. My daughter always reminds me, my daughters, that there's no such thing as a seagull. It's a gull, and then that some are by the sea and some are by the lake. This one happened to be by a lake. Some of them are by supermarket parking lots. So there's all different kinds of gulls, but this was a gull by a lake, and this particular gull just made me think of a solitary lone gull out. I will show you here kind of how I got to this. It's what I've This is going to be kind of a culmination of all the stuff we've talked about and how to get a photo that you like, that you can draw from and the right size and all that stuff. And I'm going to be doing it so that you can see how this all goes. And hopefully I can get the drawing done in not too much time and kind of show the whole process. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I just want to remind you, draw things you love and that you are inspired to create. It always helps. And it you get better in the process while you're doing that too. So you might as well do something you like. And yeah, we're going to just work through this. Okay, this is a photo I took. Saw three little dudes standing on a post at the marina, and I like the middle one. I thought it was an old gull because you see the other gulls look like brighter color, clearer feathers, and this one just looked gray and kind of surly. And so I've since found out that I guess that's probably a juvenile. They get their legs and get more orange and yellow as they get older, and they start out gray, and their mottled, kind of ruffled feathers turn smoother and brighter. So I think this is a juvenile, but it had significantly like less color, and it just looked kind of, like I said, surly. And that was kind of, I was just drawn to this one. I can't justify it a lot more. But what I'm doing here is I'm isolating it. I decided instead of like the water background that was behind it and kind of that angle down there, I like the kind of like overcast sky. And not only would it, I think, just fit the drawing better, but I think be a lot easier to draw than drawing that water and all those little ripples behind it. So now I'm messing. I desaturated it, which means I took all the color out of it, so it's black and white. We've talked about this. And now I'm messing with the contrast to kind of see what looks best. And it's funny because I messed with this a bunch, and where I landed was not changing it at all. I liked how the sky was darker than the whites of the gull, but lighter than the darks. So it's a nice mid tone. So I went like up on the contrast and of both the foreground and the background, and I could not like it more than reality. So I just left it at 0 for both of them, and just I had an idea in my mind what I wanted to draw, and so I'm kind of using a photo I had to create the idea in my mind. Now, does this really exist? It doesn't matter. It's a drawing, and I could have got my camera lower and taken the gull against the sky instead of the water. I mean, this certainly could exist, and this is different than, so now I'm printing it, but this is different than, I would argue, a lot different than AI. I took the photo, and I'm just messing with the photo to get the drawing I want. I could have sat there that day and just, as long as the birds stood there, and just drawn however I wanted. So, in some sense, a drawing is never reality because it's a drawing. It's your impression or interpretation of real life. And so you're always going to have even the most photorealistic drawing or painting is never going to be, because it's it's filtered through you, is a good way to put it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a 4H, a very light graphite, and I'm going to lay out the structure of this drawing so I know where everything is. First thing I'm going to do. But I'm going to do it very lightly because, remember, I don't want a bird outlined, or a post and a bird outlined like in the final drawing, when it's finished. A dark line going around the whole thing. That just is not going to look real. The edges of this bird fade off into their soft edges, and they kind of go, they're just light, and the sky is dark, and so there's not really a line there. There's a line there, but it's just created by a difference in tone and value. So that's what I'm doing, is very lightly laying out this shape. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on that background, and I'm going to go work upper left to lower right, so that my hand doesn't drag stuff across there, graphite across my nice white drawing. And I am going to try to keep the value punchy. I'm going to try to not touch the lightest whites on that gull, and I'm going to use a 4B and really fill in the paper as best I can with the point of the 4B in a heavy kind of hand, not destroying the paper, but just filling it in really well with the 4B graphite to really get to those darks. And I think I'm going to end up, tomorrow, I'll finish this drawing, and I think I'm going to end up probably going to not make the post as dark as it is. We'll see. But I don't think I want the shadow side of that to be quite as dark as it is. So I'm going to be working on that. But yeah, I'm just get the background in here so my hand doesn't, so I can not smear the bird and when I'm drawing it. And then I'm going to draw the bird, and then I'm going to do some more background. I'm just going to work my way upper left to lower right. And I'm just using a range from 4H to 4B. So it's 5 hardnesses, 4H, 2H, HB, 2B, 4B. And these all come in our little color-coded set. Both our grayscale set and our 72 deluxe drawing set, both of them have the range of graphite in them. 72 just has also all 63 of our colors. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'll check back in. You'll see me finish this drawing tomorrow, and it'll be our last day. And I have some more encouragement for you on our last day of our 30-day drawing adventure. Thanks again for joining me.